BiPap device. It is used initially for the home situation. You can see these used in the hospital as well. People may bring them with them. All right, and it is electrically powered, and it has an on-off switch here. Okay, when you turn it on, you will get a certain amount of flow. You can hear that through it as well. Okay, what is important is below here, there is the set of controls that allow you to identify what you want to do. All right. There is a group of values up here which are basically readings. That is the equivalent of, you know how they have the monitors and the parameters? That's what this is. You can turn this all you want and you're not going to affect what you do to the person. Where you are going to affect it is along this particular knob here. So what you have, and I have this connected to a patient. Okay, and it is connected in a similar device that you would see as to just for a nasal mask. This is what people would use for obstructive sleep apnea. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look at this side here. Okay, this is nothing more than a monitor and an alarm. It is a visual system. And what will happen is that the ventilator has, or the device, has a tubing coming out of it. All right. This is not really necessary for the machine. This is more used for an alarm type of a situation. So because you have two systems, one of which is controls the various parameters and settings, and the other which is alarms, you have a split system. If you would look at the back, what you can see, at least I hope, is that this tube, this side, eventually connects down to here. All right, see? You got my hand? Okay, and then the other tube, which is this one, will connect to here. Okay, here being the front. This goes like this, okay? In the front. And then, so if you didn't have that extra alarm, you'd only have one tube. That's my point. Okay, we good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. So, if you want to control it, you have various mechanisms for treating obstructive sleep apnea. Primary cause is occlusion of the airway caused by
Relaxation of the tongue.
yeah, basically the tongue becomes relaxed, falls back. Now, it can lose varying degrees of control. So what you have is varying degrees of support. And if you look at this device here, okay, this in this mode here is, if you see this where it says spontaneous, okay, and what is true in this mode is that there is no breath, but you can set a CPAP level. Here we go. This is pure CPAP right here. We good?
So this spontaneous?
Okay. No, right above, right. See where it says EPAP or CPAP? That is purely a CPAP mode. It's exactly the same as it was. Did you get what you wanted? It was on the ventilator. Okay, that is this setting here. And what you can see is if I adjust this knob here, and you watch there, it changes the level of CPAP. If you look at the lung, the patient, as I increase the CPAP level, the FRC goes up, and as I decrease it, it goes down. We good? Make sense? All right, now, what is true is that there will be many patients for whom this is sufficient. So that what happens is they will start at some number, usually about 5. And if that is sufficient to keep their airway patent all through the night, that's what they do. If they have periods of desaturation on 5, they will increase this up to somewhere between 8 and 12. It depends on, I believe Chang uses 12, some places use 8, but it's somewhere in that ballpark. There isn't any real magic number to this. There is, by experience, if you're going to be able to keep a good airway on CPAP, 8 to 12 is about as high as it needs to go. That's how they make that decision. Okay? So if, in fact, the person doesn't become cured, if they still continue to have desaturations with this level of support, the CPAP, the next thing that they do is add a spontaneous mode. This is the spontaneous portion. Sorry. You should be able to see this. Okay. What happens is, now if you can turn this, see where it says spontaneous? The light is lit where it says spontaneous?
So it was just in CPAP.
It was just in CPAP.
But they wasn't breathing on it.
Okay, we can go back. Right, they, no breaths, but they can breathe on their own.
Okay.
Exactly the same as CPAP on any other ventilator.
Oh, okay, because I just realized the lights. Okay.
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Okay, now, most people, admittedly, need more than just CPAP. Okay, so what they do frequently is go to what this device calls spontaneous. All right, you will notice that there is no breath, at least now, right, unless the person breathes. The patient has to